New at 5, concerns mounting from medical providers across the state after the Alabama Supreme Court ruled frozen embryos are children. Alabama State Senator Tim Melson just drafted a bill that says a human egg that is fertilized in vitro should be considered a potential life. It would not be considered a human life until the egg is implanted in a woman's uterus. House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels also just introduced a bill that says any fertilized embryo that exists outside the uterus should not be considered human under any circumstances under law. Also taking action, IVF providers in the state. At least 2 major facilities have put a pause on their treatments. WAY 31 reporter Maddie McCaffrey joins us live now from an IVF center right here in Huntsville with what's happening right now in our area.
Yes, Dan, I'm here at the Fertility Institute of North Alabama, and it's one of the only 3 in vitro fertilization clinics here in North Alabama, and they tell me that it's been a crazy week with countless patients calling concerned about what this ruling means for their IVF journey. Now, the medical director here at the Fertility Institute of North Alabama, Dr. Brett Davenport, says he was shocked when he heard the state Supreme Court ruling, but he wants to reassure his patients and anyone considering IVF that their clinic will be continuing their IVF treatments.
We've had a lot of worried patients. There's been talk all over the media that talks about how we can't do IVF anymore, or fertility doctors are no longer going to be able to practice in the state of Alabama. As a matter of fact, I've been misquoted in 2 different times as saying that I don't think fertility doctors are going to be able to practice, and that's not true. I do think that practice will be able to go on. We're just going to have to be careful with how we proceed with excess embryos.
And Dr. Davenport says they will be getting new consent from patients who had consented to treatment before the ruling to make sure they know about the ruling and how it's going to impact their treatment going forward. Now, Dr. Davenport did tell me earlier today that he was hopeful that there would be some legislation to potentially kind of amend the Supreme Court ruling. And as you guys mentioned at the top, legislation has already been drafted and proposed. I'll be back here at 6 with more details on this IVF ruling. For now, I'm live in Huntsville with coverage you can count on. Maddie McCaffrey, WAY 31 News.